Hello everyone, my name is Gordon for Kite Reviews. Today we're going to talk about the Prism Pocket Flyer. This is a very small packing sled kite that you can get from Prism. You can get these all over the place. You can even get them at REI checkout lines, things like that. It is $30 and we're going to talk about that price point a little bit. Now, some of the unique features about this kite is the extremely small packing. This is my hand, and you can see, I mean, it is legitimately a pocket flyer. It comes with a reel right here, a very small reel, which is great for packing. You can literally just put this whole thing in your pocket. But that very small reel also limits its practicality. You're not going to want to fly this thing very high, for example, with such a small reel. It takes a lot to reel it in with such a short circumference per revolution. But it is uniquely small, and it is ready to fly, and it has very low pull, so I think for children that will be very nice. Another thing for children is it doesn't have anything to break. There's no poles or anything like that, so it is pretty hard to break. And in those, if you're looking for those particular niche features, look no further. This is a great kite for those sorts of things. But as soon as we start looking at larger, like the larger kite market, excuse me, I think we start to struggle with justifying this. It does fly in uniquely low wind. I think it's factory rated from 4 to 20. 20 seems a little bit optimistic to me. When the wind gets high, the lack of structure here and size and stability, it kind of crumbles in the wind at high wind. And in an effort to try and get it to fly in more wind, I have put more tail on it than this. That didn't really help it, to be honest, though. But it does fly in uniquely low wind, which, again, maybe for children that's a great idea. But I start to struggle with this kite quite a bit when you start looking at it in comparison to something like a Bora 7. Very similar kite, right? This is a parafoil, quite a bit bigger, quite a bit nicer kite. And, you start looking at the size, and, it does have a much better ring here in terms of size. I can put this in the trunk of my car. I can also put this in the trunk of my car. It's a bit of a struggle for me to justify $30 compared to this is $45, and it is quite a lot more kite for your money. Another one to compare it to would be like a Zenith 5. Please check out that review as well. Zenith 5, again, is about $45 more, or $15 more, sorry, and man, that's a lot more kite. You can use in a lot more conditions, that you can do a lot more with tails and line laundry and stuff like that. This is really just not going to be able to do. Do I think it's a bad kite? No, I actually think the kite itself is great. I'm a big fan of it. It's fun to fly, especially in those low wind situations. It is nice and simple, and it packs up very nicely, things like that. The struggle I have with it is when you start to look at it as $30. You can buy a lot of good kites for $30 to $60, and you can buy a much better kite than this without spending a very much amount of money more than this. So, that being said, if you want some of those unique features, like you want a kite for your child that works in very low wind, and you can just kind of just toss it to them, and they can throw in their tiny little kid backpack, things like that. If those are unique features that you need out of your use case scenario, I think this is a great kite. But if you're looking for a first kite, or you're looking for almost anything in a kite collection, I think the only reason to pick this thing over any other kite is the low wind performance. It is good in low wind, and that opens up more days that you can fly in, but it also closes off some of those high wind opportunities. And then when you start to look at something like a Zenith 5, or a Bora or something like that. It's just a lot more kite, and I gotta say I recommend spending the extra money over one of these guys. If this was a $20 kite, I think my tune would change significantly. I would tell you to buy one immediately, because they're great fun. It really is a great fun kite to fly. Looks great, very simple pack up, simple packaging, everything like that. But at $30, I really struggle with this one, guys. So, that's my review of the Prism Pocket Flyer. My name's Gordon with Kite Reviews. Thanks.